Hi everyone, it's Mel here and welcome back to Mel's Blind Life, the YouTube channel all about blindness. Today I'm going to do a video tour of the accessible cabin A303 on the Golden Princess. So A303, which is this cabin that we're doing the tour of today, is right near the stairs and lifts here at the forward end of the ship. So if you turn directly right and walk into the corridor, you will actually walk into the door of A303. Now when you put your card in the slot, if you've been successful in unlocking the door, two things will happen. The light will flash and there will be a little click, and then you open the door. So because it's a wheelchair cabin, it's a larger door. So immediately when you walk into the cabin, there's a blank space of wall there where I just put my cane. You've got on your right, you have the door for the bathroom, and on your left you have a bit of blank space, and then you have the wardrobe. Now for a blind person being in this cabin, you do have to be mindful of down here on the floor, there is a little lip to get up the ramp into the bathroom. So as a blind person in this cabin, just be mindful of that lip and don't trip on it. So this is the accessible bathroom. It's got a ramp up into it for wheelchair users, and it has a flat floor on the interior with grates, I suppose you should call them, which are where the water goes down when you have a shower. So directly in front is the shower curtain. Now this stays approximately half closed the whole time. You can open it, but I've noticed that our cabin steward has been half closing it. And then on your right here is the sink, which being a wheelchair cabin, there is actually a big vacant space underneath the sink for the wheelchair user's legs to go underneath. And then if you walk past the sink around the curtain, if you're in a wheelchair you would have to open the curtain a bit more. You have got the toilet, which has got grab rails both behind and beside for the wheelchair user to be able to get themselves in and out of their wheelchair. And then you've got the shower, which I'm in now, which has got a pull down stool which just pulls down from the wall for the wheelchair user to sit and shower. And it's also got a non-slip mat that you should put down when you have a shower. Now the only accessibility issue that we have found is these two bottles on the wall here, which are the shampoo, conditioner and soap. So the shampoo conditioner is one and the soap is another. So we have found, or Lizzie has found, that sitting on the stool, it's very hard to grab the soap or shampoo out of those bottles. Then as we step out of the bathroom, like I said, once again, for a blind person, have to be mindful of the lip on the floor where the ramp is for the bathroom. And then past the bathroom and the wardrobe is where the two beds are. So this first bed here is hard up against the bathroom wall, and it's probably the best one for someone who has mobility issues to have. And then between the two beds there's plenty of room for a wheelchair or walking frame to go through. And then the second bed closest to the window, there is opposite the two beds, there is a desk with an enormous television. Now an accessibility problem for a blind person is this shelf here above the television, which is at about my eye level. So you have to be very mindful of that when you're doing things on this writing desk here. And the other thing that could be a hazard for a wheelchair user is the location of this small coffee table here and its proximity to the corner of the second bed. So then up beside the second bed we have got another bedside table. There's one between the two beds and this one here. And then we have got the deck. So the door to get out into the deck is actually quite hard to pull open. So you have to use a little bit of muscle. Now, you can have a ramp for this ridge here up onto the veranda, but we haven't chosen to have that this cruise. So you do have to step up and over the ridge to get out onto the veranda. And then the decking is fairly wide, so there would be plenty of room for a wheelchair to be out here, as well as a travelling companion or carer. And then of course you've still got 2 chairs and a table out here as well. Now for the blind people, what you can see from this deck is if you look straight ahead, you will obviously have the ocean or the port or wherever you are. This is on the starboard side of the ship towards the forward, so the front right side of the ship. So if you're in port, you might have port land on this side of the ship. If you look straight down, you can see some balconies below this one. We are on deck 12, so we're fairly high up. And then if you look sort of out and forwards, you can actually see the bridge, which is where the captain steers the ship from. And sometimes a sighted companion may be able to see people up on the bridge. So that is it for this tour of the accessible cabin A303 on the Golden Princess. I hope you have enjoyed this tour, and if you've got any comments or questions, please write them down below, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.